Wes du har min freon and welcome to another video. Is Galadriel, the Xena warrior princess Amazon is trying to make her? Is Galadriel, the Joan of Arc that Amazon is trying to turn her into? Well, of course not, and she has never been this way. And of course, a lot of people will be pointing out sentences and half sentences from Tolkien's works, such as when she met the dwarves, the Naugrim, and it stated she looked upon them with an eye of a commander. Or they will point out that she was a witness to the kinslaying of Noldor. Well, that is all very nice, but none of it does mean that she was bearing a great sword, because this isn't only a two-handed sword, this is like five-handed great sword. And I am just waiting for her drawing that huge hunk of metal from above her shoulder, better than Geralt of Rivia, and slaying all the snow ice trolls she meets in the far north of Middle-earth, where she is exploring the caves in her chainmail and then is trying to scale bloody mountains and icebergs in that said chainmail. Galadriel has never been the Xena, the warrior princess Amazon is trying to make her into. She was taught by the Maiar themselves, by demigods or gods, if you will. She is the ethereal elven lady whose power resides in magic, really, to put it very simplistically and very simply, in the fact that she's bearing Nenya, the elvish ring of power. And of course, yes, you might say that, oh, but at the time this show is made, she is not bearing the ring yet. Well, nevertheless, this must be after the time she was instructed by the Maiar. And of course, a lot of you will be saying, where's Celeborn? And my friends, please, at this point of time, do you think that we should want Celeborn to be in the show? I think they should leave the poor bloke alone. Whatever they would do to him wouldn't be nice, and we wouldn't like it anyway. But we've got here another snippet from the Empire magazine interviews, and this time Morfydd Clark, the protagonist, the one who is portraying Galadriel, says a few words about her portrayal of the Elven Lady. Morfydd Clark on Lord of the Rings of Power's Galadriel. She still has a lot to learn. Exclusive! What a difference thousands of years makes. Well, in the lives of elves, not really. In Tolkien's Middle-earth, elves live for millennia. And so when we met Cate Blanchett's ethereal Galadriel and Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, her performance came steeped in eons of experience and memory reflecting her stature. But just like the you of 10 years ago might be pretty different to the you of today, I don't know, I'm pretty much the same. The Galadriel we meet in Prime Video's The Lord of the Rings of Power has a long way to go before she becomes the one played by Blanchett. Have you read The Lord of the Rings? Have you read the appendices to The Lord of the Rings? She hasn't changed that much. Surely she wasn't Xena the warrior princess, but of course it comes to light that the screenwriters who wrote Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show have never really seen the films. I've read an interesting article about that. They haven't seen the previous films. I've got this suspicion that the Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne are not as big of experts as they want us to think. Here, she's portrayed by Welsh actor Morfydd Clark, who put in an astonishing performance in rosy glasses psychological horror Saint Maud. And one thing came up my mind. Another thing. Even worse would be if they did indeed, or have indeed read the books and did know something about the law, but deliberately chose to destroy it. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. What's worse? For them to know the law but destroy deliberately, or for them to not know the law and the result being seen here? And we shall continue. Where that film was all blood, cockroaches, and shoes filled with drawing pins, The Rings of Power was altogether more adventure-filled shoot. It was like being on a school trip. Clark tells Empire in Our World exclusive cover feature. I got to do swimming, riding, climbing. That sense of outdoorsiness hints at a more active incarnation of Galadriel, one who, according to the actor, still has a lot to learn through the course of the show. Now, before we continue, please, I don't want anybody in my comments to write anything negative about the actress herself. The fact that The Rings of Power is going to be one huge pile of donkey manure, as I like to say, is not her fault. She is an actress who was offered a role of Galadriel, of an elf in quote-unquote The Lord of the Rings TV show. Who wouldn't say yes to that? Blame Patrick McKay. Blame J.D. Payne. Blame Bezos. Blame Amazon. Blame everybody who is running the show, not her. We shall continue. I had to find that balance between someone who has got an element of the eternal but hasn't yet seen it all. Don't expect the same character, we are not, that you meet later on. She is, of course, reverent to Blanchett's betrayal, aware of the lineage she's stepping into that is, in a word, legendary. Galadriel is legendary. Kate Blanchett as Galadriel was legendary. Tolkien himself is legendary. Yes, he is. She enthuses. As for the world that Galadriel will be... Now that was... I'm not going to edit it out. Here you can see, the videos of European law are very much alive and very much, there was a sneeze, I'm sorry. As for the world that Galadriel will be adventuring in, Clark promises big things. I was not aware of how limited my imagination is until I stepped onto the set, she says, hinting at much Middle-earthian magic to come. It was like, oh my god, I have the imagination of a paper bag compared to this. Don't worry, we all have imagination of paper bag compared to Tolkien, but not to this. Get ready for wonders in this world beyond your wondering. And this is, of course, the cover that we've all seen, the man spread, leg spread, with a phallic symbol in between her legs, which is very not, appropriate. And this is just a little advertisement for the latest issue. So, what do you think, my friends? What do you make of this? Of course, we have expected this. This was to be expected. It is not the Galadriel we know from not only Peter Jackson's films, but also from the books, because Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne, they are not adapting Tolkien's works. They are making their own things. But once again, please do not blame the actors. The actors are just actors who took the job and are happy to take the job, and who wouldn't take the job for, a lot of money playing in a Lord of the Rings something. That's, of course, understandable. And I will not apologize for my sneezing. It's natural. It's human. Come on. You've got the genuine European law here. The sneezing law. All right. That'll be all. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And namarie.